So today we are talking something about agility, right? So as we understand that agility is something that we want to make the software as fast as feasible, right? So here what we have to understand is in agility till now what we have understood that we have to consider the changes. Whenever the change requirements come, we are very moderate and we want to take the change request and we want to work with it, right? So here in agility we believe that change is something which will keep on coming and we will have to take care of it. So we take care of it. Now it is not only about change requests. It is not only that how we are responding to the change. Okay, it is also about some more things like it encourages team structure, how this team structure should be and what their attributes should be that could make the communication more facile. Okay, easy communication should be there between the developers themselves and between the developer and the customer. All this communication and the team itself. Okay, we have to emphasize more on the team itself. Okay, how these peoples are there, and we have also to ignore some of the things. We have to tolerate some of the limitations of these team members. Okay, considering these things, now we also have to emphasize the delivery of the operational software and de-emphasize the importance of intermediate work products. Okay, end work product is something we have to take care of, but intermediate work products are something like the design models and these all the sort of documentation kind of things. We will not focus as an intermediate work product. As an end work product, we have to deliver it. That is not a problem. We have to here emphasize on the delivery of the operational software as soon as possible. Okay, saying this word is not good. I should say as fast as feasible, as reasonable. Okay. So also it adapts the customer as a part of the development team and works to eliminate the us and them attitude. What was us and them attitude? Us and them attitude was the attitude when we were working with the older process models. In the older process models, what was happening? We were having a contract that these are the functionals and functionalities and features that you want. We have noted them down, and these are the something that we will produce. Okay. Now you be at your place. Once we have developed the software, we will give you to test. Okay. For now, you be at your place. We will develop the software and deliver it to you. But now in Agile methodology, what we want to say is we will have a way where we will continuously collaborate with the customer. The customer will be a part of our development team, and they will keep on talking about the software, about the features and functionality. As soon as certain features is being developed, we will show that this is something being developed, which will be something like this. What do you say? Is it correct or not? So accordingly, we will keep on changing and working on it. So these are the something which will be there in agility. Also, it recognizes that a project plan must be flexible. What means is we have to understand that planning is not, I should say, we should be in this world actually, this planning has its own limit. Okay. Whenever we have a plan, according to the plan there are schedules, that milestones which we have to achieve, but we understand that in this world the request changes keep on coming. Also we all are humans, some of the things might happen always, so we will have to keep the plan flexible so that it can, some of the things could be adjusted in it. It should not be so rigid. Okay. So keeping these things in mind, we have to understand that agility is something which can be applied to any kind of software process. So whatever the framework activities were there, we will keep those things. Along with that, we have to consider that we have to move fast. How to do that? We will try to we will try to shorten the tasks. Okay, here in agility, what we are doing is we will have to think about the process. This process should be designed in a way that could allow the project team to adapt the tasks and to streamline them. Okay, we should be able to adapt according to whatever the tasks are. We will have to streamline with the task. Now we have to conduct planning in a way that understand the fluidity of an agile development approach. Fluidity means what is the flow, how we are going from one activity to another activity. I should say, especially in the task form, what are the tasks being conducted. We understand that we have to keep the set of tasks as lean as possible, right? So we will not keep any extra task just for the sake of process. Okay, we will keep the minimal task required to make the in delivery of the software. So also we have to keep ourselves adapted to the planning, right? Whatever the planning is done, accordingly we will have to keep the flow. So we have to keep in mind while planning also. So plans should be such which could allow this thing, fluidity in the agile development process. It should eliminate all but the most essential work products that keep them and keep them lean. Yes, we have to keep only the essential work products, and we will eliminate other things. Emphasize an incremental delivery strategy that gets working software to the customer as rapidly as feasible. Okay. So we have to keep this in mind, that every time a new increment is being delivered, in this increment we will accommodate the last faulty features, and also means accommodate means we will make it correct, right? We will correct the faulty features and increment the new features. So these are something about the importance of agility. Also, if we talk about the cost, this cost is something, cost of change. Okay, so whenever there is a change request, we understand that in a software development, the cost of change in conventional software process is not linear. Okay, after some time, suppose this is the life of this process, after that it goes in maintenance. But for now, in while development, we are talking about while development, what happens? If the request, change request comes in beginning, then it is really less cost, because till now we have not started modeling or construction. But once modeling is done, then again a change request comes, then it will take more cost. Once construction is also done, some tests are also performed, and in that case now certain request change are coming. In that case it is a problem. It will be a huge amount of time required for this particular thing. So suppose what can be these things? You will have to some new modification in the existing components, or you need to design new components. Okay, or for these components you will have to perform the tests again. So these kind of change requests, if come in latter stages of this software process model, in that case it will be a very high cost. However, if we are using agile process, we will have to see what happens. But before seeing, let me tell you what we want. This is idealized cost of change using agile process. What we want is, we want a process in which definitely after some time there will be some more cost, but after that it should be constant. Okay, whenever the change request is coming, the change request should be solved within a limit of expense. That is what is expected. However, that is not actually happening till now, or This is, I should say, ongoing research where we are trying to achieve this idealized curve. However, this is the curve that we believe it is something like, where initially till construction, maybe whatever till a certain phase, where maybe you can think about prototype or first increment. Till that time, these change requests can be accommodated easily. However, after that, the cost also increases even in the current agile process that is being used in industry. Okay, so here we have to understand that still the cost of change using the agile process is much less than the cost of change using the conventional process. We have to also understand that it is only after a certain point, maybe after the construction phase. However, before construction, you can see the change request is coming. The cost is less in the conventional process. So we have to understand the requirement first. If at all we understand that the requirement is very simple and it can be frozen, or for this particular thing we can use the conventional method. In that case, because whatever the requirements are coming, it is quite clear and it may not change in future, then we should go for conventional process. However, for most of the cases nowadays also, whatever we think, we understand the change request will keep on coming. So if we recognize even a single bit of confusion is there, that yes, the change request might come, so we can go for agile process where we can move it very fastly. In beginning, definitely there is a change request and there are costs associated, but however later on the cost will be, the change request cost will be less than the conventional process. So here we have to understand that what it does, agile process flattens the cost of the change curve. Okay, it tries to flatten it. Is as it, you can say, it is non-linear. It is trying to make it almost linear. That is the thing. So keeping these things in mind, next we will try to understand more on agile process. Till then, thank you.